over the internet we hear about Anderson Silva wanting to fight you. What are your thoughts on that, and would you be interested in that fight?
I'd be extremely interested in the fight. I've learned that size helps people win fights. It's kind of nice to be on the other end of that. If Anderson, I mean, obviously he's a great striker, and he is pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. But if I grab him, it'd still be a very bad night for him. So I think that there's a reason why he should stay, do a few exhibitions at light heavyweight and stay middleweight.
That's what's up, I think.
I'd like to get each of your opinions on the WEC-UFC merger with the opportunity to make more prize money and more sponsorship money. I know a lot of the WEC fighters are kind of, Miguel, you're right, you two guys have been kind of the face of the organization, but you know, your prize money is just not on the level of what the UFC faces of that organization are. So what are each of your thoughts about that?
What are my thoughts on that, Dave? I think under a contract, the WC is the best organization in the world. I think under a contractual agreement, that answer cannot be given today.
You know what?
At this juncture.
To be honest with you guys, I mean, I've heard the same things on the internet, but as far as they're scheduling it out, we're doing WBCs right now all the way through 2010, so it ain't happening for over a year from now if there is any talks about it, so obviously nothing's going to be happening anytime soon, so I still don't see it happening.
And me, I came from the UFC and actually got paid more to go to the WEC, so that was really good. So I love the WEC. Thank you guys for the bigger paychecks.
Miguel, obviously coming off of the last fight, you have kind of, you know, we all talk about your training camps and how legendary they are. Is there anything you're doing differently in your training camp, or are you staying consistently the same?
Right now I took a little layoff. I took about a month and a half off to get back to my life. Being champ for the time that I was champ, I put my life on hold. My family, my friends, my gym.
When was the last time you took a layoff before that?
Well, I never really had a layoff. So this fight, actually losing this fight was actually a blessing in disguise for me. So I got to actually spend time with my daughter, run my gym, spend time with my family. I got to like actually work on me as a person. It's hard, like I would train for a fight for 2 months, so I'd be in my gym, living in my gym for 2 months. I'd fight. After the fight, I'd do PR for like 2 or 3 weeks, go to UFC, do a seminar the week after that. I was traveling for like 2 months. And they said, Miguel, you're going to fight in, you know, another couple weeks or a couple months. So I'd go back right to a training camp. So I never really had a layoff for about a year and a half, 2 years. And before that, I was fighting in my hometown like every 2 or 3 months. So it's like I never really had a break. And now that I'm able to sit back and chill a little bit and enjoy fans and just hang out, it's kind of fun. I don't miss, you know, I don't miss not having the belt. I want it back, but I get to see what's important and I get to see what made me a champ. And as far as training, you know, I know that I need professional help. I need coaches that are going to actually make me a better person. And I don't have to worry about being a tough guy. When in my gym, I train, I have 15 guys that we spar, and they're all tough guys. They all try to knock me out. So I have to out-tough them, not be smarter than them or be more technical than them. So I got to get to a gym where I can, you know, get that technical aspect. And I found that. It's just a matter of getting a fight date. I don't know where you're at when I get a fight date. And then, you know, when I get my fight, I'll get my training camp on, and you guys see me back in there. And I'll take care of business for sure.
Woo! Another question?
Yeah, my question's about weight cutting, and Frank, I guess you're lucky enough not to have to do any of that. But question for Miguel, fighting at 135, what is your normal walking around weight, and how much are you cutting to make that 135 weight?
Right now I'm about $192.
You hide it well, man.
I hide it well. It's all on my butt. I don't want to. I walk around like right now I'm about 152 pounds, and I'm like eating everything and drinking everything, so it's like I don't have to cut much weight. When I'm in my optimal shape, when I'm in the training camp, I'm about 147 pounds. So I have to cut like maybe 8 pounds a day the day of the weigh-ins. So it's not a real hard cut for me at all.
Awesome.
I wish I could be heavier, but God, you know.
Me too. I got the same.
Yeah, I got that problem.
Actually, hang tight though. I think honestly, you're probably one of the bigger lightweights. Really, both UFC or WEC. What about your weight cutting?
I walk around like 180, about 8% body fat, and then I'll diet down to about 172, and then 4 days before the weigh-ins, I go from 172 down to 155. And you just cut your calories down, and a lot of, like, my last 10 pounds is probably all water weight that I lose, but cutting for me is pretty rough. It's a tough cut for me, and people are like, oh, you ever gonna fight Uriah? If I could cut off my leg, I could make 145, but yeah, the weight cut is tough, man. It's tough for a lot of people, and like I said, 180 down to 155 is hard, and I don't eat bad. Like, you get so used to training and get used to eating well. Like when you do eat bad, your body feels horrible. You get so used to just eating for fuel and performance than eat for pleasure. So when I try to eat for pleasure, I always feel sick, feel like crap. So I eat pretty well, and like I said, 180 is pretty much where I walk around at.
And I eat everything. I do not eat well ever. I get like energy from a hamburger.
What do you end up weighing the day of the fight?
My last fight with Donald when I walked in the cage at 176. So
And I walked in at 150.
put on 21 pounds, 24 hours.
That's crazy.
My question's for Miguel. I noticed that you always come out to Vicente Fernandez. I was wondering if you can do a grito.
If I didn't have a cold, I'd do it. If I did, my voice is cracked right now. So I'll hook you up later on tonight after a couple shots.
I have a quick question. I just want to say I appreciate what you guys do for Link. It's pretty cool. And I have a question for Break Me. Who do you think is going to win for Lesnar and Carwin? Do you want Lesnar to win so you can race him again, or do you want Carwin just to beat him?
I would like Carwin to beat him up, because if Brock wins, I got to win 2 more fights to face him. If Carwin goes ahead and does what I think he should be able to do, because I don't think that Brock's going to be able to outmuscle him as much as he did me in our last fight. I think that he has more experience, he's a good athlete, he's a strong, hard hitter. I think Carwin should get the victory, and then that means I only have to fight one more time, and I can fight Brock again.
Hey, what's up, guys? This question is for Frank. I read online that you're going to get bigger and bulk up for your rematch with Brock Lesnar. Are you planning on doing the same thing with Congo, or are you going to stay down at the lower weight?
No, actually, I went ahead and already started training with my boxing training with the Delarati and with Jimmy Gifford, and my jiu-jitsu training with Robert Dreiser. I've kept the same. I train in the morning and nights doing that. But the only thing I've added was at 3 o'clock, and every day I train with a guy named Mark Philippi, who's a world-renowned strength athlete and stuff. So I've added that in already. But obviously, for some reason, I just don't gain weight as fast as some of these other athletes I see out there in the world. So it's to be a longer process.
Definitely. Well, good luck with the fight. Come over with Congo, man. Hope you win.
I think I walked by a Twinkie, I gained like 2 pounds. It's bad.
Some guys seem to get really big, really fast, muscular-wise and veiny, and I haven't figured out how that works.
I have that problem.
I've noticed that. I don't like when you take your shirt off and my wife's around. It upsets me.
I try to keep my shirt on all the time just to not make eye contact.
Question for Frank. They kind of just took my question, but I was going to ask about the Congo fight.